What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Fishing with Tate. Today I just want to start off by saying, if you haven't seen one of my videos before, if you've never seen my channel before, I want to go ahead and invite you to subscribe to my channel and become part of what this channel is going to become, because it's growing super fast and we're growing exponentially as we gain subscribers and as I put out more videos. So you better go ahead and get on the train, because we're growing and we're growing fast. So I am showing you my tackle today, and honestly I'm kind of low on my tackle, and I've just now kind of realized that as I was getting it out preparing for this video. So normally I would have a little bit more than what I have. I actually had to make myself stop buying because I didn't have any more room to put any more. So, but anyway, guys, I'm going to show you my overall setup. You guys stay tuned, and if you guys have any comments, suggestions down below of anything that I don't have that I probably should look at, be sure to let me know that, because I'm always wanting to try new stuff. I'll probably turn you around here and kind of show you the setup on my bag, and after that I'll probably put you on a tripod. So let's turn you around and show you here. Okay, so this is my bag. This will be linked in the description below. I'm actually going to leave a lot of links down there, and of some stuff that I use quite a bit. But guys, this bag, I'm telling you, this bag is awesome. Like, literally, you need this bag. This is what I carry most of my stuff in at all times. Just because, you know, if I keep all my stuff in this, I can throw it in my boat very easy. I can go bank fishing with it. Or if I'm going like with a buddy, I can just take this. I've got all my stuff. There you go. So, I do have other supplies of stuff, and I'll have to go over there and get those. But most of the time, I keep this bag ready to go for any situation. First, there's all my boxes. Actually, that is not all my boxes. These are all my boxes, and yes, I do have them all labeled, and they do actually fit in here pretty good. I actually think I have one missing. Let's kind of dive into it. I'm going to kind of show you guys what's in my boxes first. So that's going to be the first objective, and then we might show you some soft plastic. Excuse this stuff over here, alright? I just collect printers, alright? I'm a printer collector. It's a problem, I know. I'm going to start out with my favorite part of the water column, and that is good old Topwater. I'm going to just kind of show you y'all what I got right here in my Topwater box. So we got several different types of walking baits. And before I start here, I do want to say that I was getting mystery and lucky tackle boxes for a while. So some of this stuff may look familiar to some of you who have gotten those boxes in the past. I haven't got them for a while, but I do have some of their stuff in here. Let's see if I can show it to you without dumping it out. I got some Sammys in there, and of course some hidden spooks. That's kind of what a lot of that is. Then I got some big old whopper ploppers. Man, I love the whopper plopper. Yeah, I mean, these baits are just something else, and that's actually one I don't use a whole lot. But I do have some different ones. I have a bluegill colored one in there, if you can see that. I have a bluegill colored, bone colored, and got a black one in there somewhere. Oh, here, a loon color right there. That's actually a one. That's a 130. So, but I actually have a big loon too, big 190. Also, one of my other favorite baits is this. Oh, there's my big loon one. See that? My other favorite baits is a buzz bait. I've actually got a few of those, and this is actually one of my favorite buzz baits. This is a Boyd Duckett bait. And I think I actually got this out of a mystery tackle box or a lucky tackle box. Can't remember. And I just love that bait right there. It's just just an awesome buzz bait. So I got a bunch of buzz baits and a bunch of various size of whopper ploppers. That is the 90. But yes, the 90 size. I don't know. I've had trouble out of the 90 because on long casts it's like it don't plop just right. It's like the line, whether it's monofilament or whatever, just kind of weighs it down, and it like noses down into the water. And I think other people have had that complaint as well. But actually my favorite size whopper plopper is the 130 size. A lot of people think that's too big, but for me, I actually like it. I feel like I feel like the plop is just different on the 130. I really like the 130 size whopper plopper. Guys, I also got some good old fashioned jitterbugs. There's actually some, sorry, these baits are all sticking together, but there's a big old jitterbug, jointed jitterbug. It's hard to beat those things. And of course there's some BPS walking style baits, kind of look like Sammys. So that is kind of it. Got some more. Got another one of those. And Poppers. I got a bunch of different poppers. That's actually a Boyd Duckett popper right there, and that's a live target popper. Again, guys, sorry I can't really divide these up because they're kind of all stuck together. But that is kind of the gist of my topwater box. Now, these are not all my topwater baits, but that is the tackle box that I kind of take with me. So, there's that. And yes, that thing is a mess. That is my favorite box to get into, and I can't wait for spring when the water warms up just a little bit. Okay, let's see here. What do we want to look at next? Here's the thing with my jigs. I have a couple different boxes of jigs. I usually divide these up into different types of jigs. So I have one box that is just my pitching and flipping jigs, because those are the ones that I use the most. And I think this is them. Yes, this is they. These are they. Okay. These are dirty jigs. All the jigs I use are dirty jigs, and they're awesome. I mean, look at these colors. That's like the perfect bluegill presentation ever right there. And that is just, I mean, their colors are really so much attention to detail. It's ridiculous. It really is. There's a color I actually like to throw, and they got various different colors. But it's called Molten Craw. Molten Craw. And I really like it. It's like a really dark brown. I don't know if I have any. I actually think that may be it right there. I think that might be it. I got a million black and blue in there. Those are my jigs, and like I said, all of these are flipping and pitching jigs right here. So, and they're all dirty jigs. There's usually about once every year and a half, or once every year or so, where I'll take like $100 or so and just buy a bunch of jigs and not have to worry about it. That is my flipping and pitching jigs. Over here in my other box, this box is not near as full because I don't use these as much. Although I have been using swim jigs. So in this box, I don't have as many swim jigs and football heads, so I kind of put them in the same box on different sides of the box. So, and I'm actually missing quite a few. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some more football heads. So these are not all dirty jigs, but these are just various types of jigs. These are dirty jigs. Also, the California swim jig, and there is a football head jig. I got anywhere from like 3/8 ounce up to like 3/4 of an ounce. I don't have many. I have like a couple ounce jigs, but not very many. I usually don't fish that deep, but usually 3/4 of an ounce. I think that's what that is right there. Will get where I need to go. Guys, I forgot to say this at the beginning of the video, but if you guys want to see my rod and reel arsenal for this year, it's one of my more popular videos, especially for the beginning of this year. I'll leave that video right up here. Be sure to go check that out because I will tell you a lot of the equipment that I'll be throwing using these baits right here. And guys, I ain't gonna go into this stuff too much, but this is all my hooks and stuff. I divide my finesse terminal tackle into one box and like my heavier like EWGs and worm hooks in a different box. So this is kind of my EWGs, and actually I've got a jig in there too. So of course I got my bobber stops, my tungsten and lead weights, and flipping hooks and swim bait hooks, what have you. So that stuff's all in there. I'm not really going to show you much of that just because terminal tackle is a little bit boring. This is kind of my finesse box. So I got my shaky heads, wacky rig tool, small tubes, swim bait heads, and I even got some finesse jigs in here. Little finesse jigs right there, if you can see that. And Ned rig heads, just different stuff like that. And there's my tube head, if I didn't show you that. Just stuff that I kind of consider more finesse. And of course, you know, my wacky rig hooks and all that good stuff. That's in there. I know you guys probably don't want to see that, but there's my KVD Mr. Tackle Box sticker. I had to quit getting the tackle boxes just because I was getting too much stuff. I actually need to restock. Here's something I don't do a whole lot of, guys. This is actually my square bill box. Square bill and kind of like medium divers. Mostly square bills. So I got some Arashis in there. You guys see that there. And I don't know, various brands. I really don't even know. I got that in a Mr. Tackle Box. Right there's kind of a medium diver. I think that's a live target. Actually a cool looking little bait. Kind of represents a craw. That's a live target, yeah. Another Rashi. There's a little KVD, I think 1.5, something like that. And actually here's some little soft body square bills, kind of different. But that's kind of the gist of that. Actually got that, whatever the heck that is. That's actually a, I don't know, if you guys ever caught fish on these, let me know. I think this is a lunker hunt. Some kind of little, I don't know, it weighs like an ounce. It's pretty heavy, so I've never fished with it. But I got it in some box, and I also got this in a Mr. Tackle Box. Really didn't know where else to put this, so I just stuck it in my square bill box. So it's like a, I don't know, it's a crawl, whatever. But yeah, I never use that stuff. Next, something else I neglect a lot of times, just because these lakes around me have so much cover, and I'm just a flipping and pitching nut. But here we go. These are my deep diver. This here is a Livingston. This one actually dives to 14 foot. I'll show you something pretty cool about this one. If you touch both of the eyes, makes a noise. Livingston has some like cool technology they've been trying out, but thing is, it only does. Oh, wow, lights up too. Okay, I didn't know that, but kind of interesting. And by the way, guys, I write all my. If you can see that, I know you can't see that. Got my autofocus on, but it don't always work well. 14. I got a 14 right there. I always write my depths on the bills of my crankbait. Okay. That way I kind of have an idea where they're diving. Now, like on the big Strike King crankbaits, you don't have to do that because they have the 8XD and automatically know what the depth of an 8XD is. So I do have some 8XDs. I don't think I have any 10XDs. I think these are all like, my big ones here are like 8XDs. That's like a Janko. Dives to like, what was that dive to? 20 foot. That's a 20 foot diver. So I got different stuff like that. I got various colors. I do have some Rapala in there. And that's a DT 16. So it dives to 16. You know, I have some variations of the sexy shad color, and there's some shad wraps. Have a few of those shad wraps in there. But that is kind of the gist of that. I also have some 3XDs. That's a pretty cool looking color right there. I don't even know what that is. A Yozuri. So Yozuri deep diver crankbait. But yeah, that's my crankbaits. So, not something I do a whole lot of, but something I do want to do more of. Next, y'all, this is not all of my jerkbait, but you know, this is a few of them. These are actually kind of more shallow diving jerkbaits. So you got some pretty weird looking stuff in there. I got that one in a tackle box. Look at that. It's got like gills on it. It's like little fuzzy stuff there. A stick minnow unfair perch. Cool looking little thing right there. Little perch color. I actually have some perch in my local lakes, but I've never ever caught one, so I'd love to catch one. This is actually my last box I got in here, but I think I actually have some more baits over there, and I'll go check them out. They're probably just a bunch of random stuff. This is my frog box, and it's something I really neglected this year, and it's weird because it's something I really love. But something that I found is that usually if you can catch a bass on top water, you can usually catch it easier subsurface. So, you know, times when before I would probably be throwing a topwater. This year I kind of decided to like throw another different type of reaction bait, like a spinnerbait or chatterbait or something like that. So this year I actually didn't catch as many topwater bass as I normally actually do. But this is kind of my frog setup right here. If you guys can see all that goodness right there. Got a lot of, this is actually a live target. Got a lot of pad crashers and all that good stuff. I actually picked up some Spros. Spro has some good looking frogs, and I actually found them on sale back when I bought all my rods and reels and stuff. This is a River to Sea frog actually I got a while back in one of my tackle boxes. Can't remember which. This little thing right here, this is pretty cool. This actually has, it's a River to Sea attachment for a frog, and you can actually put those, I know you guys can't really see that too well, but it's got little eyes right there that actually go on the back of a frog. So you put it on the hooks and it just kind of falls behind. Got several of these little sunfish, live target sunfish. And let's see, where's that one thing at? Oh, the bird. Flipping the bird bait. That's what it's called, flipping the bird. And I actually think that might have been a Lucky Tackle Box or Mystery Tackle Box. Can't remember. But I never caught a single fish on that thing. I just keep it because it looks cool. And then I got a beetle. Got a beetle. I'm sure you guys have seen those. Never caught a single thing on it, but I got a beetle. Here's my toads. I got several of those. Usually just use something with a white bottom and a black bottom. They're like a black looking bottom. Here's this thing. This thing is called a fruck. I believe that's the fruck. This thing is terrible. It don't work. I don't like it. So, but I keep it just because it's cool. And this guy right here has seen better days. That thing has absolutely been demolished. So, again, guys, I love my frogs, and really gonna have to get back in the game this year. Really got to get back in the game. But that's that. Ooh, look at this one. I didn't show y'all this one. It's another Spro. Pretty cool looking color. That one probably caught a fisherman more than it'll catch a fish, but still cool looking color. If I see something that looks cool, I think I can catch fish on it, I'll buy it. You know. But guys, I found some more stuff that I normally pack with me that just wasn't in my box. This is actually my bladed jig box, and you would actually think I would have more than this. I got a lot of Finch nasty stumpers in here, which are kind of my main bladed jig company that I've been using. Although I'm gonna have to still try out the Thunder Cricket and jackhammers and all that stuff to see if they're a little bit better. But just various brands that actually come out of a Mr. Tackle box. Chatterbait there, actually, that's kind of cool looking thing. A little chatterbait with like an underspin. I actually don't know what the brand on that is, but most of these are chatterbaits just because I've ran out of my Finch nasty thumpers. That's what that is. I actually like their colors quite a bit. I gotta stock up on some chatterbaits. So, but anyway, next is this right here. So like I said, those weren't all my jerkbaits. I got some jerkbaits in here. Maybe not ones I use all the time, but just some random looking jerkbaits right there, and there all of them are, if you can see that. So I just stuck them in there because I really didn't have anywhere to put them, and I don't know, I don't really use them a whole lot, but they're there. Guys, these are my rattle traps or red eye shads. Actually, most of these are red eye shads just because I found them on sale. This is actually an original rattle trap, that big gold one right there, and that bottom one's a different brand. But these are the Strap King red eye shads. Great little rattle trap, lipless crankbaits. I do have different brands, but that one actually came from a mystery tackle box. It might actually be a Ketchco brand. I'm not 100% sure. Some more right there. I'm not going to break all those apart just because I feel like most of you should know what a rattle trap looks like. That is essentially what's in that box. Actually, guys, I just found some of my crazy baits. So I can just keep them in the original pack. I use them and just put them right back. So here's a duck. My Savage Gear duck. Look at that. I actually don't have all the hooks on it, but I took them off so I could put it back in the pack. But that's the Savage Gear duck. I do like throwing crazy stuff. I don't know, it's just a challenge to like catch fish on this, because I mean, I don't really think this is probably what a bass would prefer over maybe a frog or something. Like this would probably be a lot more challenging to catch. But you know, it is, I don't know, like I said, I just like to collect tackle. Let me show you this one. I've never thrown this one actually. Actually, I don't even know if I've opened this one up. Yeah, I've opened it up. I think I have thrown it. Yeah, I've thrown it. This is a bat. This is actually the smaller bat, I think. And kind of looks like a pompadour. If you guys ever seen a pompadour, I'm sure you've probably seen this thing too if you've watched very many other channels. But this is a Savage Gear bat. Pretty cool little bait, like I said. These baits are actually like 3D scanned off actual bats, ducks, whatever it is. So I actually had the snake, but I did sell it to Dustin. So let's move on. Now guys, we're actually getting into some of my soft plastics. This is my swim bait box, just because I got a lot of swim baits, the swing impact shads, several Rage swimmers. I got Gary Yamamoto swim baits, different ones. V&M, I've actually never used those right there. Those are pretty cool looking stuff. And just different brands that I use as trailers. Even if I don't like the swim bait in theirself, I may use the swim bait as a trailer. And here's a little grubs, little Gary Yamamoto grubs, which I also use as trailers. That's why I got them in there. Flukes, some more of the swim baits. But guys, this is all of my swim baits. I'm actually going to have to relabel my stuff because it's fading and all that good stuff. The rest of these that you're going to see probably going to be in like totes like this. And again, I'm going to have to relabel them because all that's coming off. I'm going to show you kind of the stuff that I got in here. This is actually full of water, so that's great. So I'm probably not going to get all those out, but I got some Dream Shots, Robo Worms. There's some TRD stuff. Yeah, these are absolutely soaked. That is not good. Some Cabin Creek small craws in there. Man, how'd this get wet like this? That's pretty much all that's in there. I'm not going to really dive into all that nastiness. Here's this one. This is my craws. So this one is not wet, thankfully. I don't know why that one had to get wet, but I just had a lot of finesse worms and stuff like that in there, and TRD Ned Rig stuff, so that's about it. But these are, I'm just going to kind of show you some of the brands of craws that I have. So stuff like this that I kind of got in a mystery tackle box or something like that, I just kind of use them for trailers, honestly, because I have other craws that I prefer. This is actually not a craw, it's more of like a creature bait, and it is one of the Hyper Freaks. Actually a really cool little bait. And if you guys haven't seen those, I'm not going to get out because it smells like garlic. Of course, you got to have your rage craws. That is probably my favorite craw. Easy. But I really did get on a kick with these Gambler speed burner craws. And man, I caught some big old bass on these things. And I don't know, they're just really, really garlicky. One trip where I caught like a few real good fish, and I was like, man, I got to have a bunch more of those. And but these are really good baits. Actually have a really strong garlic scent. Little riot baits. And guys, probably my favorite craw at the moment, next to that rage craw, is bile spawn. Very close second to the rage craw. This is one of my favorite colors to throw when it gets time for bed fishing, so white is a real good color. I got some Yamamoto flapping hogs. I don't know if you guys ever seen those. They're actually cool little baits. Cool little baits right there. You don't really hear a lot about those, but they're pretty awesome. And got a lot of action. A little bit different looking. But actually I got a lot of this Yamamoto stuff. I usually don't buy that kind of stuff because it's not very durable and it's pretty expensive. But I actually got this on sale. I bought like $2,000 worth of soft plastics and maybe some like frogs and stuff at a bargain hunt. So I bought it for like less than $200, and it was like $2,000 worth of retail stuff. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I got a bunch of the flapping hogs and big bite baits, craws, the real deal craw, stuff like that. And that's basically what I got. I mean, I got a bunch of craws, but I actually had a whole lot more than this. And I've kind of burned through them a little bit, so I'm gonna have to restock. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. She wanted to be in the video, so I put her in there. But up next, my stick bait. Oh, I got a little water in there too. What is happening? What is going on here? I mean, I got a bunch of different stick baits. I got some Yamamoto stick baits, and mostly BPS. Whoa, that was wet. I got a bunch of different colors of Bass Pro Shops stick. Bait fish is probably my favorite color Senko. I just feel like it gets bites, especially in clear water. And bluegill is also a real good color for like more dirtier water. But I just got various BPS stick baits and Gary Yamamoto. Also have some worms in here too. Like this right here is the Hyper Worm. Kind of the same deal as that Hyper Freak. It's a Lake Fork tackle bait. So I'm gonna have to drain these out. I didn't realize that they were wet. I got all these out because my boat was actually getting worked on, and I didn't realize they had water in them. So next, guys, I'm extremely low on my creature baits, and I actually got my tubes in there with my creature baits, but that's something I don't throw a whole lot of. But it's just kind of where I put them because I didn't know where else to put them. But basically, I got some rodents in there. I got some like lizards in there. I got the good old chartreuse peppered lizard in there. And there's a TRD tube, actually. And there's some more lizards. So mostly just got lizards in there. I don't even throw lizards anymore for some reason, but because lizards really catch fish. My creature bait game is getting a little bit low, so I'm gonna have to buy a few more of those. But just kind of give you an idea of what I usually throw. I really like brush hogs. I really like Zoom brush hogs. If I'm gonna throw a creature bait, a lot of times that's what I'm gonna throw. I've been experimenting with Googan baits a little bit. I really do like the bandito bug and the trench hog. Actually, I kind of might like the trench hog a little bit better, honestly. But, you know, I'm really not completely sold on those. But they do catch fish, and I do kind of like them. And I've been using them quite a bit, actually. Up next is my spinnerbaits. And guys, I'm telling you, I'm getting low in here. This is the first time I've been low on my tackle in a very long time. But I got a few spinnerbaits. Not very many. Jeez. I do not have very many at all, do I? But I got various different colors. You know, like a black and blue, good for nighttime with the Colorado blade. And there's some Walmart specials. There's a KBD. just, you know, different spinnerbaits. I really need to buy some spinnerbaits. Doing this tackle tour has kind of brought me to the realization that I'm getting low. Guys, that's about it, honestly. The last thing that I'm going to show you is my collection of JJ's Magic. I have all the colors. I'm actually missing one color, I think. And this is how I got it fixed up so they don't turn over or anything. I actually got a box inside of this with holes cut in it to keep them upright. And I cannot stress to you enough, JJ's Magic is the best scent / dye out there. My favorite one is probably the clear, because that's the one I use the most often. But I also like the chartreuse. Kind of put it on the tips of your baits and mimic bluegill or sunfish of some sort. But this is actually, this stuff is really good. You should really try it out. I'll also leave that link down below. I'll have several links down there in the description, so click on it. They're affiliate link. I will get a little bit of a commission, but it's of no additional charge to you. It's the complete exact price as if you went on there yourself and looked for it. So, but anyway, guys, that is it right there. That is it. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It took a little while. Found out that I'm gonna have to buy some stuff because I'm getting pretty low. So that's something I'm gonna have to do. But that is just kind of how my tackle looks for the most part. That is not all of it by any means, but that is kind of what I have accessible to me at most times. Actually, those boxes you saw, I actually keep in the boat. That's why they had water in them. But I'm actually going to have to restock these boxes with some of the soft plastics that I have, including like in this bag. There's a lot of stuff that I don't have everywhere else that I got like in this bag, including like some blade baits and stuff like that. Stuff that I don't use all the time. Usually don't keep a big supply of stuff like that. I usually use them in the winter time, and that's about it. So honestly, I'll buy some to lose them and then buy some more next year, which probably isn't good, but I have some Biospawn, different stuff. So yeah, I do have like a weird bag of random stuff. Have some spoons, stuff that I mostly don't have to have a specific box for because I probably don't have enough of it, but just random stuff. I usually just put this right there in my tackle bag. I know it's probably not the most appealing way to keep your tackle in a bag, but it's just how I do it. All right, it works, and that's what I do. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Help me get to 500, and we're quickly approaching that. Just a couple of videos ago, I was thanking you all for 400 subscribers, but now we're over halfway to 500. So we're on our way to 500. We will get there, but go ahead and share me also on your social media accounts. That is a tremendous help for getting my channel out there. There's a lot of people that would subscribe to my channel, but they don't know about it, so that's why you got to help me share it. So again, guys, I really appreciate you. I will see you next time on another episode of Fishing with Tate.